What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another rogue deck that I think has arguably one of my favorite V-Stars ever made, and that is Hisuian Goodra V-Star. With the Rolling Iron attack, you swing for 200 damage, and you take 80 less damage from your opponent's next attack. So essentially, or at least this Pokemon does. If they use like Boss's Orders, that effect doesn't apply. But it's hard to force a lot of Gust constantly when you're really only swinging with Goodra. So essentially, to one-shot Goodra after you use Rolling Iron, it'll take 350 damage to OHKO it, which is insane, and a lot of decks can't reach that, which is why it pairs perfectly with the Moisture Star V-Star ability. Once during your turn, you just may heal all the damage done to this Pokemon. So when you pair Goodra V-Star with a Hero's Cape, and then you essentially have 450 total HP, obviously like 80 less, you actually have 370, but then plus 80. If they don't one-shot that, or play Vacuum to get rid of it, you just full heal and tell them to do it again. And I love decks where you just tell your opponent to do it again. Like, oh, that was a lot of damage. That was an awesome turn. I'd love to see you do it one more time. I mean, that's like my favorite thing to say and do. I love Sharon's Care. I love Cheryl. I love Moisture Star. I love, like, tanking decks, just those beefy decks, and we're actually pairing it with Metang, which isn't, I feel like, the normal partner, and why it makes it a lot of fun. With the Metal Maker, I feel like most people focus on the water energy, but it also is one water, one metal, one colorless. So if you use Metal Maker to get the metal energies in play, you can get two metal energy on Goodra V-Star, and then we also have Earthen Vessel and water energies for the manual attachment. So the goal is to draw into some sort of either water energy or Earthen Vessel, and we play 3 copies of Vessel, 5 water energy, and 10 metal energy, which I feel like is a great split. If your Metangs are honestly just hitting like 1 to 2 energy a turn, and then you're Vesseling for really just your water energy to keep manual attaching, I think that's perfect and really all that's needed. Plus, after a bit of thinning, like even if you only discard like 2 metal energy, we're playing 3 copies of Super Rod. So if you need to like loop back some metal energies so to further increase your Metang's hitting, I think that is perfect. Paired with this deck, we're using the single prizer Zamazenta, which I think will make for a phenomenal like prize disruption, as well as great math because it swings 120 once you've gotten knocked out in your last turn, which obviously happens, so you don't really want to lead Zamazenta, but it's a phenomenal backup attacker, as well as Mew EX for draw. I mean, there's Greninja for draw, but we're not really relying on Greninja. Mew EX will be more of the like draw engine, but also genome hacking is a phenomenal backup attack. So to have that in your back pocket isn't a bad thing at all. In terms of the rest of the list, we're playing 3 boss, 4 Iono, 3 research is going to be really where our draw comes from. We're just going to have to hope we get into pretty good hands. What's nice is this list is very consistent and very easy to constantly thin. Like we could just burn Buddy-Buddy Poffins and Nest Balls and Ultra Balls once we've gotten our board established, and just take all the extra random stuff out of the deck to ensure our Metangs are hitting as many energy as possible a turn. On top of all of this, we're also playing 1 copy of Panic Mask. Panic Mask, I think, is an insane card in Goodra right now, especially with the popularity of Gardevoir EX. If your opponent tries to put like maximum damage on a Drifblim or a Screamtails and take a KO on a Goodra, or really any Pokemon you put Panic Mask on, it won't get damaged by any Pokemon with 40 HP or less remaining. So essentially, like Gardevoir can't use Drifblim to OHKO a Goodra in the earlier mid game, like before you got a Rolling Iron going on a Goodra. You also can use it against decks like Chien-Pao or Dragapult Dragapult won't, because you'll 2-shot them. Really any basic EX. Sorry, I don't know why I said Dragapult. I was thinking Raging Bolt, and then Dragapult came out. Raging Bolt will have 40 HP when you swing with Rolling Iron, so if they don't get a tool in play, you'll kind of cook them with Panic Mask. And I feel like a lot of times, like when we play Cape, it's going to be the like public enemy number 1 that our opponent's going to Lost Vacuum away, and most decks only play 1 copy of Lost Vacuum, especially like the single prize basic decks like Miraidon and stuff like that too. So if you could get a Goodra with Panic Mask, especially after Vacuum has left, there's a surprising amount of Pokemon that you'll swing into and leave with 40 HP or less remaining. Like 40 HP or 20 HP are really the big ones. 30, because a lot of decks will have 230 HP, like Iron Hands. Maybe you're playing against like Entei in a Firebox, or you're playing against stuff like Miraidon, Chien-Pao, Iron Crown. Those all have 220. So if you could swing a Goodra and then just prevent attacks, period, like you'll be golden. I mean, that's really all you need. So there's not much else to say with the list. I think that's pretty much it for the most part. So I mean, before we get into it, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for the just all the love on the recent videos. It has been absolutely amazing, and I am super stoked to just keep making decks that people seem to like want to see and keep coming back to see more videos. So it makes me really happy to keep doing this. And with that being said, if there's any decks you want me to play, please let me know in the comments down below. If there's like a certain rogue deck or just deck in general that you're like, yo, I'd love for you to like showcase this, let me know. And if you want to send me a list, my community Discord is also in the description below. So if you go down to the description, click the link, join the Discord, you could just message any decks. A few people have been messaging me decks recently that they want me to help them like build or fix up or you know, even just showcase, and I really want to get around to as many of them as possible. If not, my goal is like all of them. So if you have any decks you want me to show off, even if it's your own, yo, join the Discord down below and let me see it, and you know, I'll say what's up too. So with that being said, thank you so much for listening to me. Let's get into these 3 games with Goodra VSTAR and see if we could get a positive record. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with a banger of a starting hand, and our opponent is playing Raging Bull, which is probably going to be a bit of a rougher matchup for us. I'm not gonna lie. We could try to just brute force it into like ogre pawns and stuff, but they're also gonna be getting that turn 1 attack off almost for sure. So I might even actually, you know what? I don't hate retreating into a Greninja with Mew just to save us a little bit. We'll get double Beldum here. I want to keep these Beldums, and let me use Greninja. And I'll more likely than not... Okay, actually, this hand goes insane. I'm not going to lie. So, we are going to retreat into Greninja. I want them to kill a single prizer now. That way we can keep our Goodra and keep our Beldums. And then we could swing into them, hopefully... I mean, we can't even one-shot Ogre Pawns, which isn't ideal. But maybe we could get a Panic Mask in play next turn? That could be really, really big. And even just... I mean, even if we get Cape or something like that, that's so much energy they have to discard. Like, I think we could... This is, I think, the hardest match. In terms of the meta decks, I think Raging Bull is the worst matchup for Goodra, because it could just torch it. It doesn't care about how much HP you have. It'll have enough energy. And I think because of that, it's by default the worst start. But I'm hoping we can maybe get a late game Iono to save us, because they'll just have nothing in hand. They won't be able to get enough energy in play, because they'll have to really overextend to KO a Goodra with Cape, or work around a Goodra with, what do you call it, with the Panic Mask. Like, they'll have to dig very hard for Gust and not use Sada and stuff like that. They also whiff Pokegear, that's big. Okay, and there's the Charm, yeah, so now Panic Mask will be a little less useful. But they got a Burst Roar, maybe? Them whiffing an attack could be huge for us, and there it is. Alright, that's not bad. It's not bad. Not ideal, but it could work. We could even use Mew to torch if we just get an insane amount of energy in play. I don't even hate using Mew as an attacker. And I think with a hand like this, I'm just going to use Switch, go into Goodra, and I think I'm just going to research and move on. I could have concealed cards first, but I think I'd rather save it. I think I'd rather save it for next, because I don't want to research or concealed cards into cards I don't want to get rid of. And this hand is pretty good too. This hand is actually great. I'm not gonna lie. I could Earthen Vessel away Panic Mask. I don't think it's gonna be super. I kind of hate to do that. And we prized Zamazenta. That was gonna be, actually, I think we prized the whole Goodra line and Zamazenta. That's insane. And I really don't want to Earthen Vessel away Panic Mask. I actually really like Panic Mask. I don't know who I want to play it on. I think I'm gonna hold it for now. And I can Vessel away. You know what? I might just have to Vessel away Vessel, because this hand is insane. And I'm gonna have to take 2 water energy for sure. We got 6 metal left in the deck. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. I can double Metal Maker. I really just need one of these to hit 1 energy, and I like those odds. There it is. Alright, perfect. So we got the attack this turn. And we got another Metal Maker. Maybe we could get a little ahead, set up that bench Goodra. That'd be pretty nice. Let's see. Oh, we got 2 metal. Oh my god, wow. That Metang meant business, dude. We don't have metal energy like that, but I'm cool with it. I'm not complaining. So here, we could Rolling Iron. Figure it out from there. I mean, we're not in a great spot. I mean, we're in a great spot deck, like, our setup. Our setup-wise, this is, I think, one of the cleanest sets of 2 turns I've ever had. That being said, it's a very poor matchup. So it's like not ideal. I mean, they need to swing 350, so they need a total of 5 energy in play to OHKO us, which is very, very possible for their deck. They've already got 3. I'm sure they've got another grass energy for 4, and then Sada is essentially 5 and 6 because they got plenty of energy in discard. So yeah, not totally the perfect matchup. That's kind of what I mean when I say this deck is like the bane of our existence. But I'm gonna run it and see what we can do. And they actually just have the KO by taking the grass energy with that, right? I'm assuming they took the grass energy with that. Yeah, they did. And then they have the lightning. Okay, so then there's 3 energy right there. They attach the lightning, and if they swing for KO, oh, they boss up who? Probably Mew, I would assume, right? Okay, you know what? I'm fine with that. It's an easy 2 prize knockout, which hurts, but it could hurt a little bit, because honestly I was trying to look forward to getting a huge late game attack with Mew EX and just copying their Bellowing Thunder, but we keep our Goodra set up, and I think that's going to be the most important thing for us, so I'm not complaining too much. I also think I'm going to attach this water energy here, and then concealed cards right now. And this is most definitely an Iono turn. We don't even have other Pokemon to set up, do we? No, I almost need to look for Rod just to get back Mew, because we prized an entire Goodra line, V and V-Star, as well as Zamazenta, which was going to be a massive attacker for us as well. And I could just double check with Buddy-Buddy Poffin, see what we got in here. We got another Beldum, but that's, oh my god. Okay, so we prized Goodra V, and you prize Goodra V as well as Zamazenta, so that's not good. Not good at all. I could just thin these cards out, but I don't want to get rid of Vessel, so I can just hold Ultra Ball. I can just thin out. I'll thin out a Nest Ball. I'll hold the rest of the hand, though, now that I think about it. Because I might need an Ultra Ball. If I get Rod next turn, I'm really going to want an Ultra Ball. And actually, you know what? I could Vessel now. Because I could always put energy back in the deck with rods and stuff. And it'll increase my chances of drawing rods, since that's just 2 non-rods that are now taken out of the deck. So it's not bad. It's not ideal, but it's not bad. We're going to take 2 prize cards. Hopefully we could get... Ideally Zamazenta. Ideally Zamazenta with this prize, because that'll disrupt the prize trade and be huge for us. And we get another Goodra, which is not totally what I want. I like the metal energy. I really like that. But I'm going to need to dig harder for Zamazenta. And they also need a banger of a 5-card hand to get a KO this turn. And there's another Raging Bolt, so Sada's going to go crazy. Almost guarantee them the KO. And there, yep, there's the energy. Okay, so they're going to play through this pretty well. We'll see if they got, okay, Sada. So this will set up the Raging Bolts, and then they'll only need 1 more energy, which would be a manual attach or an Ogre Pawn to one-shot our Goodra. And this is what I mean where I say it's not a good matchup. It's not. We have Iono, though, for next turn, so if they do happen to actually pull this off, which I feel like they should, yep, there it is. Okay, so they guarantee the KO. But I have Iono to hopefully just devastate them for next turn, since they have to get rid of every single energy in play. Hopefully an Iono down to 2 can buy some time. Oh wait, no, I did prize a Goodra V-Star as well, because I only have 1 left in the deck. And I'll play a 3-3 line. Man, that's so annoying, man. I'm getting hammered with prizes. But we're not doing great into Raging Bolt right now. We're down too far. But they're going to 2 cards, and hopefully that could buy some time, since they have literally no energy in play. So we're going to Ultra Ball away these guys, and I've just got to live it on prayer with our active Goodra that we can make it work. We almost need Cape, like really bad. What do I even want to do? Do I want to attach any of these energies? Not really. I can concealed cards away a water energy. I'll keep the metal just for, hopefully I can get Zamazenta at some point. And I could thin out Buddy-Buddy Poffin and just shuffle the deck up a little bit more. I could have taken that Beldum. Maybe I should have. I feel like it wouldn't have hurt at this point, but I'll just rip it with Iono. And we'll get Rod and Nest Ball back. So you know what? Maybe I could get an insane Mew play and just copy their Bellowing Thunder attack if the Metangs hit super well. So we'll take Mew. I like that. And we'll draw one with a Mew. See what we could do off this restart. I wish Heavy Ball was in the deck, but I don't have it. So, do I want to Ultra Ball here? Not really. I kind of like having Research in hand for next turn. Because we still somehow never got Cape. And I'll take the Metal Energy. Not bad. This is hurting my chances of a Zamazenta play, but like, whatever. I think I'm going to have to just pray they don't have a KO this turn with Goodra. And, wow, actually, you know what? We've got a fully set up Mew EX. It's kind of insane. That is not what I expected. So, we're going to swing with Rolling Iron. Put him at 100 HP remaining. And pray that these two cards are not exactly what they need to just close out this game. But we're trying our best. I feel like the deck itself played very, very well. It's just, this is the worst matchup by far. And there's energy retrieval, of course. Okay, so they got, I would assume, maybe 2 grass, maybe a grass and a fighting or something like that. Grass energy could draw him 1 card, 2 grass could draw him 2 cards, but it doesn't necessarily help set up a Raging Bolt. I don't know. They took grass and fighting. Makes sense. Alright, so they're going to draw 1 card with Steel Dance, and they've got a guaranteed manual attached. So if they get Sada, we could be in danger. If they don't, though, I think we'll be alright. Like, we could figure it out. And there's another Teal Dance. Okay, so they used Teal Dance, and I'm assuming they just drew into another grass energy, which scares me. The further they dig, the more scared I get. Because we are so close. And concealed cards away the fighting energy. Alright. Okay. What did they draw off that? If we can dodge Sada this turn and they get another grass. Oh my god, stop drawing. My heart's like pounding, man. I want to see this through. I want to live this turn. And if they get Sada manual attachment, they just win. Because we didn't find Cape off our Iono. And there's Prime Catcher. Oh. Metang. They're going to try to stall us. Okay. Alright, that's not bad. And they're going to give us Greninja. Makes sense. In case we have the Switch in hand, which, surprise, we do. We play 2 copies of Switch for this reason. And, you know what? I don't hate concealed cardsing now. Because I'm going to have to Rod anyways and get back 3 energy after this research. And I'd rather just dig a little deeper, see what I can draw into. I kind of love Boss. Do I Boss's orders here? And save the research? I feel like I could. I feel like I totally could. Because then I could take the KO on the damaged one and put them in kind of a rough spot. They seem to have a bit of a dead hand. I like that. I think I like Boss a lot right now. I could Ultra Ball away our 2 research. Oh yeah, I shouldn't play research. I got 10 cards left, and then I could just use restart. That might be a little safer. Let's do that. Let's do that. See if I can get Cape. If I can get Cape, that'd be huge. I'll even take out a Beldum now, because like whatever. If I get Zamazenta at this point, I'm committed to using Mew. It's just I've put my heart and soul into this Mew play. So I can use double Metang. I don't want to deck out, but I believe we play another Iono, so like I'll make it work. There was the Cape in the top 4 and Rod. Okay. So I would have missed that with restart. Actually, this might be good. I might draw into Cape now that I have literally just 1 energy. I'll put it on Metang. Whatever. Whatever. There's a chance, though, that I could get Cape off this Mew because I shuffled well. And boom, there it is. Every single time we're like that. So let me set up this Metang. Let me Rod back just a whole lot of metal energy. Stack up our deck. And let me make this Goodra ready to rumble. I almost put that on Greninja. I would have cried if that's what happened. And they got 3 cards in hand. They need 450 damage to KO us, which isn't bad. And now we get Zamazenta, but I don't. That's not going to help me much. I'm not going to lie. And if I could get a Switch next turn, I think we could win. Because would a manual retreat do it if I copy Bellowing Thunder? That's like my goal. Is like I'm going to copy Bellowing Thunder and just use Mew EX and try to take out Raging Bolt. But first I need to pray that the late game Iono has saved us. Even though they drew so many cards last turn. I mean, how many energy do they need to KO us? They need, what, 6 energy? 7. 7, I believe. And they got 2. They got Earthen Vessel. So they could get 2 grass energy to draw farther. Actually, no. It'd be smart to take grass and any other energy. Yeah, lightning. Because then they could grass energy. If they get, again, if they get Sada this turn, I think they win. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. I think they win if they get Sada. If they don't get Sada, though, we got game. Because all we do, we retreat for 3 energy, we use Mew EX, copy Bellowing Thunder, and swing for KO. Because we've guaranteed, we've got 3 more energy in the deck with Metang, so I think we guaranteed it. But Sada would ruin us. Sada would absolutely destroy us, and they draw into another grass energy. Oh my god, it never ends. It's just, there's nothing I can do. This is the best I ever could have hoped for, and there's the, oh my, yo, stop, dog. You don't need energy like this. Oh, no. Well, they got another Ogerpon, as well as a manual attach. If they get Sada off this Ogerpon, it's clips for us. And how many are they down? They're only down 2, right? 1? Oh, no. Oh, no. There's Pokestop. Please, please no gear. If they get gear, I'm crying. We did so well. We have game, and they didn't get it. Oh, they got Earthen Vessel though for 1 more energy. Oh my god, stop. Please, if they get it off the last grass energy, I'm gonna cry. There's the manual attached. And there's Sada. Alright, so they had it in hand pretty much the whole time, and it seems like that's gonna be game for our opponent. I mean, they won, but we put up a phenomenal fight. I mean, I think we did absolutely everything we could. If they didn't get Sada in their hand or didn't have it, we had game next turn. I think what hurt us the most was Zamazenta being prized. We could not disrupt their prize trade at all. So, yep, they're going to swing 480. They're going to get rid of all of their energy in play, taking an absolutely massive KO for victory. And that's going to be a painful loss on game number 1. But, you know what? We played super well. The deck did everything it needed to. We had game on board. It's just, you know, that was the worst matchup, and they had it like that. So, not much we could do off that. I don't think there's anything we could have done differently. I think we did everything we needed to. It just kind of hurt that we didn't have Zamazenta. And we couldn't use Moisture Star at all, because every time they saw us, they KO'd us, which is why Raging Bull is so hard. But awesome game number 1. Definitely not complaining too much. So, hopefully we can pick it up and get a positive record with Goodra Metang from match number 2 and 3. Welcome to match number 2, where I am still trying to get over a very hard loss in match number 1. I had to take like a 2-minute break, just breathe. I was like, oh man, dude, that was insane. It was so close, but we couldn't make it work. But we got a decent hand going forward. I'd rather keep the Ionos and go for another late game Iono play, and we've got a decent hand to at least set ourselves up for as much success as possible going into our next turn. And we're looking at Pidgeot, and usually Pidgeot means no Okos in a deck, because it's like Charizard, Dragapult, something like that. So that's like, that could be a saving grace. It's kind of what we want to see, and I'm really sick of these Oko decks. So you know what? Actually, I really like getting Zamazenta. I'm not gonna play it now because it's got a fat retreat cost that I just don't really want to be forced to use if I don't have to. So I'll just hold it, and next turn I'll definitely play it. Like before Iono, I'll play it next turn. But if they Iono and put it on the bottom of the deck, I would not care too much, just because like I don't need it now. I'll dig it out later if I need to. We have plenty of ways to get it. And next turn I've got to Iono no matter what. I'm almost hoping we see Charizard here. I like our Charizard matchup way more than Dragapult, but we'll see what we could get the luck of running into. I feel like I've had some hard luck on my matchups lately. I feel like a lot of the matchups that I don't want to see with the decks I've been trying to play or make videos on, like when I'm testing them and whatnot, that's all I'm running into. And when you're playing rogue decks, they're not the best decks in the format, like for a reason, and usually the reason is they get like just hard stomped, hard countered by like 1 or 2 of the top decks. And you know, when I'm testing these different decks, I'm like, oh, okay, I've got this cool deck coming up. This one matchup is like trash, but you're playing these decks just because you have fun playing them. So, you know, you don't really care. But usually if you're playing decks like this, it's like, I just gotta hope I don't run into that matchup. So I'm testing the decks, and I run into like 3 of the bad matchup in a row. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like last matchup, a Raging Bull. Like, they got Psychic Energy. It's Charizard, Dragapult. That's annoying, but we'll make it work. And they got no Dragapults in play right now, so I don't like to see it, but it's alright. It's alright. I'm gonna give them a brand new hand too, so they'll be ready to rumble next turn for sure. But their bench is a little limited, and I can handle Charizard with Goodra because of Moisture Star, so I'll make it work. But I played this deck yesterday, and it is insanely powerful. And Lord knows they'll get the outs they need when they want them. So we got 2 bench spots left. I like saving it for a Zamazenta and a Goodra. But, you know, actually, I'm going to hold the Zamazenta in case I get Radiant Greninja. Radiant Greninja could go crazy. Could just really help me out with draw. So I'm going to do that. I'll save Zamazenta for, like, the mid-game. And then I'll give him Zamazenta. And with this hand, I'm about to cry. Because this hand is awful. Man, yeah, this hand is not good. So... Can't make it up. Can't make it up. Let's use Metal Maker. Let's see if I get any Metal Energy. And we get 1. Alright, not bad. Not bad. So, what do I want to do here? I want to attach this to active. And, honestly, I'd rather use Rolling Shell. Just so they can't KO us with Charizard next turn. With Defiance Band. So, I think I'm going to have to attach this Water Energy here. Luckily, I've got the Water Energy manual attached for the... Probably the only other Goodra I'll realistically put in play. This might be another game where I might... I might be forced to use Mew as a backup attacker. I might have to go like Goodra, Zamazenta, Mew. Might be how I try to give them 7 prize cards. Because they'll take 4 off Goodras, 1 off Zamazenta, and then 6, 7 if I give them Mew at the very end. So that's going to be the way I try to do it. That being said, I'd be more shocked. I'd be more shocked if that worked and they don't at some point just go for like boss KO on Mew EX, which they might do right now. Like, that would make the most sense. But they got Ultra Ball. They got Luminion, which is a really, really good 2-prizer for us to boss up as well. That's we could one-shot that, go up 2 prizes. That's kind of nice. We could really appreciate that in the back end. But we're going to see what they take. I wouldn't be shocked maybe if they go Iono. Maybe they're just missing, like, too much in their hand. I thought they would have taken Charizard with that Ultra Ball, but maybe they just have Charizard in hand. That would make a lot of sense. Charizard Dragapult usually got it like that. So I wouldn't be shocked if they go for the unfair stamp. That's a little annoying. It's a little annoying for sure. Because yeah, they have it like that in hand. Because we'll go down to 2 prize cards. Or 2 cards in hand, not 2 prize cards. And we'll lose the Water Energy, which I really liked for a manual attach on our active Goodra. And we had Iono Research, so we had like the perfect hand to make sure we just kept drawing cards in the next turn and getting evolved. So I'm going to have to pray we get something decent off Unfair Stamp. Like a Research. If I get Research off Unfair Stamp, we are cooking. And yes, I can use Restart, but it's not going to help me dig very, very far. And our opponent should still be short of a KO. I think with Defiance Band, they do 240. But because I used Rolling Shell, I'll take 30 less damage, and I can live with 10. So I essentially need the evolution this turn. And they still haven't used B-Barrel. Oh my gosh. Buddy-Buddy Poffin, Rod. They're burnable cards, which is nice. I hate to use a Rod now, but you know what? If I have to, I will. If I have to, I will. And they can thin their hand down more. They are not done yet. They can use B-Barrel for 3 minimum, and there's the Dreepy. Okay, so that's what I gotta look out for. Dreepy's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a little... It's that damage counter spread. It's not the 200 damage. The 200 damage, actually, I love, because it doesn't one-shot Goodra. So I could just Moisture Star left and right. What makes it hard is the damage spread on Dreepy, because it loads up damage on another Goodra, or Metangs. Like, it's got so much. That could just be so annoying. So, we're gonna see what they search for with Luminion here. Maybe Counter Catcher. Maybe they just go for the KO on our Goodra V on the bench. That would be a smart play. And they go for a Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That's most likely what they took with that V-Star power, which I'm alright with that. I mean, even if we have 1 prize remaining and they have an active Goodra, and their Luminion is now off the board. Okay, that's fine. And this is nice because I didn't play Zamazenta, so this will work out best for us. We don't have any stadium bumps, so that collapsed stadium is staying there the whole time. And they're gonna swing 210. We're gonna live with 10 HP, so we're either gonna get Goodra V-Star or we're not. And I'm gonna be sad if we don't. Metal Energy is kind of nice. I can't burn Buddy-Buddy Poffin now though. All right, so I'm gonna have to Rod back Energy. I'm gonna have to attach the Metal Energy here, and to restart or Metal Maker first. Maybe I'll do Restart first and draw 2. And see what I could get off these. I need something big. Iono 100%. 110,000%. makes the cut on cards I really wanted to see. I really only wanted Iono Research or Goodra VSTAR, and here I'm going to get a lot of what I was asking for. So I don't think actually Panic Mask is going to be too helpful this matchup, because we're two-shotting everything. What is going to be helpful, Moisture Star, just full heal. Awesome attack. I want to be the one to attack first, so let's just get that out of the way now. I'm going to Ultra Ball away these two, and I want to take Metang or Goodra VSTAR. I think I'm going to go Metang. Actually, you know what? We've got one Metang. Let me take another Goodra. Because we also have Metal Energy in hand. And then I could evolve this guy as well. And then we could use Metang here. And see what we could draw into. 3 energy? Are you serious? Wow. Alright, you know what? What if we get Mew set up? That'd be kind of fun. Because you don't have space for Zamazenta. And I can just rod back energy. Let's do it. Let's get 1 here, 2 on Mew. Just crazy. That's insane. And then we'll swing 200 with Rolling Iron. Because what I'm thinking is, like, they're going to have to boss KO Mew EX. Now that it's got energy. They know I'm going for it as an attacker, which keeps my Goodras alive. But if they don't, I can 100% use it as an attacker next turn. Or, not next turn, because this Goodra's not dying this turn. But, in general, I could use it as a backup attacker. So, this will be pretty fun, actually. I'm curious to see what I Iono them into. Actually, you know what? Them Ionoing me, I'm not upset about at all. I had 1 card in hand. Give me 6. Or 5. Give me 5. That is the most dead hand I've ever seen. Oh, boy. Alright. Gonna be one of these types of games I see. Alright. Alright, cool. We'll make it work. I don't need more metal energy, really at all. I almost kind of want to save it for Zamazenta, but I think I'm going to be forced to attach 1 to Mew just to get it out of our hand. And then I don't really want to burn the switch either, because if they're not going to go for a ball stall, actually. They wouldn't. That would waste time for them if they stall Metang, because they could consistently attack. They'll counter catcher up Mew, right? They want to take the KO now? Yeah. That's fine, actually, because now I could get Zamazenta in play. And that's going to be so much bigger for us. So I'm 150,000% okay with Mew dying this turn. And there's a lot less energy in the deck for Zamazenta. We got 2, 4, 5 in play. 6, 7 in hand. So we've got 3 metal energy left in the deck. But I'm pretty confident I can set it up when I'll be ready to use it. So, not bad. We do lose our free retreat pivot, which is kind of nice to have, but I'll live without it. I'm scared of this Dragapult coming out. Dracloak is a little annoying. They got so much draw and search in this deck too. It's actually crazy. I didn't totally realize that until I played it yesterday. Honestly, like, how perfect and complete that deck feels. Like, that deck feels so complete, it's insane. You've got phenomenal single prize attacker with Radiant Charizard to disrupt prize trade, search Pidgeot, draw B-Barrel, draw Dracloak, energy acceleration Charizard, Dragapult EX has some spread. Like, the deck is just, it's so well-rounded, honestly, and it kind of blew my mind. And they take Luminion back. That's okay. If they get rid of the stadium, I don't know if I'll really care at this point, because they're taking a KO. So, but I mean, if they get rid of the stadium, put Luminion back on the board, that's a nice boss KO for the end game. It's a good option. So they're gonna go up 2 prizes, and we are also going to take a 2 prize KO this turn. And Defiance Band is gonna go, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see that card go early, and we're gonna get 2 switch now. That is not ideal. Actually, do I take Greninja? Just for draw. Because our hand is awful. And something will get KO'd. I can set up Zamazenta later. I need rods at some point anyways. Let me take Greninja. I need draw. This hand is atrocious. This hand is, like, abysmal. So let me get rid of an energy, draw Zam, and a water energy. Alright, that would be what would happen. So now, I'm going to save these Metal Makers. I really don't care much for them. I'm just going to rip a Goodra attack, go up a couple prizes, and oh boy, that second Beldum's really hurting me right now. Honestly, that second Beldum's giving me a headache. But we got Boss, we got another energy out of the prizes, which is perfect. I didn't even process one was prize, so that's good for Zamazenta later. But we've dug ourselves in a little bit of a hole where we don't play any stadium now. Which hurts in this deck, but to ensure consistency, I had to make sure that we had the cards we needed, and the stadiums didn't cut it. Neither did Lost Vacuum. Just because like the water energy is sometimes a little awkward to dig out, so I wanted to make sure we had enough ways to do that, and I feel like 3 Earthen Vessel was like the minimum, especially because we're not playing Arven. But our opponent will definitely get what they want here. I need them to take another KO on a single prizer. Actually, no, if they do that, we won't even theoretically need Zamazenta because we would have disrupted the prize trade. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Probably swing Charizard. It kind of hurts because if they don't have like a boss KO onto a Goodra, we're chilling. Because they're two-shotting us, and we're two-shotting. We're up a prize. Actually, you know, our prize trade is a little worse than theirs. They're two-shotting us, but they're on even prizes, so that's a little nice. Although I could set myself up for a boss KO later. This matchup is all over the place. I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is next turn, I'm probably going to want to boss KO Dreepy. Or Draclo, excuse me, if they don't evolve. If they evolve this turn, I'm going to actually be a bit scared. I'm going to be a bit scared if they do. I wish that Luminion was in play. They take Charizard. That's good. It's not Dragapult. I need to dodge Dragapult this turn. So bad. They'll go into Charizard. You'll put the energy on your Charmander as well. Let me just make sure you're using those Charmanders and not that Dragapult, because that's what scares me the most. Like, they're not... Oh, wait, they failed the energy search. Oh my gosh. They might have too much energy. Oh, they might have prized an energy or two. They had the manual attached for energy, so that's good. But they don't have any fire energy left, which is insane. Oh, counter catcher up Goodra. Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. To go up 2 prizes. That makes sense. That makes sense. So, what's to play here? You know what? If I could set up Zamazenta this turn, that'd be insane. And I think I'm going to try. Because we can manual attach to Zamazenta, then we need 2 energy, which I don't even know if we have 2 metal energy in the deck. And it'd be insane if they were somehow in the top 4 cards. But I could dream. If we get Rod. Because let's see, we got 3 energy in play, 5 because of the 2 in our hand, and then we've got 3 in discard. So that's 8 energy. We literally should have 2 energy left in the deck, and we have 22 cards. So the chance of both of them hitting off Metang is like not happening. I know that much, but we'll see. We'll see. It'd be cool. It'd be super cool. So they swing 270 right there. Yep. Makes sense. And now they need another counter catcher boss play to just win if they can take Goodra. But they played 2 counter catcher. And they played Unfair Stamp, so I don't know what the chances of that are. And actually they're down 2 Rod already as well. So this should be their last fighting energy. They might have 1 more in deck. Let's promote Greninja. Because I've got Switch. I'm going to use it now. And what do I want to do? I want to... We get Goodra. It's not ideal. I wanted Rod. I'm going to fail this. We've got... How many Rod do we have? No Rod in the deck? Are you kidding me? Did I prize all 3 Rod? Prize 2 Rod? What? We've only got 1 metal energy left? Alright. Alright, that's a problem. This needs to be the biggest concealed cards I've ever seen in my life. And by that, I mean it needs to be... Actually, you know what? I don't even know if we could... Oh, Cape. Cape is sweet. Cape is so epic. So I need to Metang here. And we whiff, which makes sense. Research was the next card. That hurts, because I kind of like Research. But you know what? We'll attach the metal energy here. I'm going to put Cape on this guy. Because we need to. Because we absolutely need to. I'm going to switch into Goodra. And then... Do I go for Boss now? Or do I just swing into Charizard? Because if I swing into Charizard and KO... I don't know. I kind of almost want to hope they play Luminion next turn. Right? Because... It is difficult. It is difficult. I'm going to take out Dreepy. Go down to 2 prizes. Because we got to do it at some point. Now I've made space for Luminion. Which is almost what I want to see. And we're going to pray we get Rod out of the prizes. We have 3 prizes left. 2 of them are Rod. So let's go 3. Always the same order every time. And we get Rod. Thank gosh. Okay. So now we could get back 3 Metal Energy, which should help Zamazenta. And actually, you know what? Even if I swing with Zamazenta, I wouldn't take a KO with Goodra next turn, because that would be 300 damage. They wouldn't have taken a KO. Yeah, no, that wouldn't totally work going Zamazenta next turn. This is rough. This is so rough. I have no idea what I want to do. I just need to see Luminion hit bench. If I see Luminion hit the bench, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. For sure. If I don't, we might be cooked. Let's see what they search for with Pidgeot. There's no shot they'd give me Luminion, right? Right? Are they going to go for another Dreepy? What if I try to, like... Oh, they fail it. Okay. Come on. Come on. Put the Luminion down. I want to see it so bad. They want Boss, right? They want to go for Zamazenta. I don't know why they would, but they would, right? Oh, what if I go Mew? Oh, yeah, I don't know, so it doesn't matter. I'm saying, what if I set up Mew next turn? I wouldn't even KO... I could KO Pidgeot. That doesn't help much, like, at all. Radiant Charizard. Oh, no. I forgot about that thing. I forgot about that one. Oh, boy. And they vacuum away my cape. That doesn't matter, because they're not one-shotting me. I'm living with, like, 30 or 60 HP, something like that. So I don't really care that cape leaves. We do get another Metang, so I could dig in my deck for, like, whatever energy we got. We're living with 50. Not bad, not bad. And I think, are we just losing out on this one here too? Because we got nothing in hand, right? I think we are. Because if I... Cooked. Even if I swung into Charizard last turn and took the KO this turn, I mean, there's no way that they don't have any fire energy left in the deck. They definitely have one. They definitely have one in fire energy, which they just use Pidgeot to search for. So I think that's gonna be a hard game 2 loss. That's actually gonna be a very upsetting game 2 loss. So not ideal. All they need to do is just attack into us. So I'm just gonna concede, just give it to them. Which that's upsetting, man. I tested this deck 2 games and I washed a Lost Box deck, and then I had a good matchup into a Future Hands deck that was pretty fun. I honestly wish I was recording it because it was a really close game, and I won out with Panic Mask because their Iron Hands couldn't attack my second Goodra. And now I'm like recording these matches and I'm down 2. First matchup I expected to go down. This matchup I thought we had a good shout, but we couldn't put it together. And I don't even know where it really fell apart. But, maybe because they got the first attack overall and we had to use Moisture Star. Like, imagine if I had Moisture Star at the end of the game there. That would have been insane. We would have had it on lock if that was the case. But I think the fact that they got the first attack off, even though we had Moisture Star, I think it just kind of had it for them. Like, they just had it like that. So, it's unfortunate. We're down 2. Positive record is now out the window. But let's try to at least get 1 win on recording for match number 3. Welcome to match number 3. Our opponent took a mulligan, and I believe we're up against GinPal, which is probably another atrocious matchup for us, just because they can OHKO our Goodra so easily, regardless of cape. So, this might be an 0-3 video, now that I think about it. And if they get Greninja or Greninja next turn, we're cooked. Oh my god, it's Greninja! Wait a second. I was talking about Radiant Greninja. I could deal with Greninja EX. Right? I think so. If they get Radiant Greninja, we'll be in a miserable spot because we'll lose both our Metangs. But you know what? I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna do what I can to try to keep this deck afloat and get 1 victory. Man, they even got the switch into Froakie. That's wild. That is wild. Maybe they won't have Greninja. I don't know. I'm a little beat up. I'm not gonna lie. Those last 2 games, I'm feeling a little down in the dumps. I'm not getting the chips I want. Why'd they switch retreat? That's interesting. Okay, maybe they thought they were going second and they could flock, get more Froakies in play. I'm not sure, but I mean, they're down in energy and a switch card, so I guess I'm not complaining too much. But yeah, no, I'm a little down in the dumps. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I've just been in a bit of a losing spell between the stream and then here. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of whiffing games I should be able to close out, and I don't know if it's because I'm not playing well, I'm not drawing well, but I'm hurting a little bit. So what do I want to do here? I can switch and Iono. I give them a bigger hand, but I also give me more time to set up, which could be nice. Because if I could get another Beldum down, I think I'd appreciate that a lot more. Just so I would be less scared of Radiant Greninja. Because they have Excalibur. So... Excuse me. Sorry. Big sneeze there. Let's, I tried not to make it too loud either, so I don't deafen people. Let's promote Goodra. Do I want to Panic Mask or not to Panic Mask? Let's put the Panic Mask down. And let's Iono. Let's see if I get another Beldum. Maybe another Goodra, another Beldum. Would be pretty cool. And another Goodra. Sadly, I'm not going to get another Beldum, but I like our hand going into next turn, so it's okay. As long as they don't Greninja. If they don't Greninja, I really like our hand going into next turn. We can Iono if they have a lot of cards in hand. If they don't, I'll probably just research, and I'll have to sack a Rod, which hurts a little bit, but I'll make it work. I will make it work. And... they get the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. They're going to get more Froakies in play, I'd imagine. They fail it. Interesting. That's not what I expected. They Candace. That is not what I... Why did you not Buddy-Buddy Poffin? More Froakies are nice. Oh my god. Wait, Qianpao Greninja? Nah, that's not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see at all. Are they going to just have the KO this turn? They might. They honestly might. I'm so confused on what's going on in this deck. But now that I know they're playing Qianpao, they've got Luminion for Rare Candy Excalibur. Whoa. Irida. Rare Candy Excalibur. And they what just happened? Wait a second. You didn't... Oh, they played Candace. Alright. We'll take it. We're gonna Iono. They got a little too much in their hand. I'm gonna get rid of full sends only. Buy Rod, buy Research. I'll live with 2 Rod. Let me get another Metang down. Because, yeah, I'm feeling kind of terrified. And we have Panic Mask, though. So if we could swing into this, they won't be able to attack with Qianpao onto us next turn, which was great. And this hand is not bad. Now that I think about it. Let's put down Mew. And then I'm going to fail the Buddy-Buddy Poffin. I want Zamazenta this game, which is prized. So that's really cool, actually. That's super, super cool. And we need one of these Metangs to hit 1 energy. That's all. Oh, perfect. Phenomenal. That's amazing. And let's Metal Maker. Honestly, if I could swing Mew into Greninja, take the KO, and search for any 1 card, that would be the craziest thing as well. So, you know what? This matchup's going to be a little fun. The Qianpao Spice goes crazy, though, with Greninja. I like that. That's cool. But I like where we're sitting this turn. I mean, we don't have a hand at all. You know, we got nothing in terms of a hand, but I'll make it work. I'll try. I mean, I feel like I've been trying to make the last couple games work, and that hasn't gone too well. But it's all right. I mean, we gonna try our best no matter what. And if we go 0-3, we go 0-3. I will definitely be a little devastated that was the performance for y'all. But I'm going to try my best to pick it up after that with, I guess, tomorrow's video. I'll try to go for a perfect record and try to turn my little bad luck spell around. So they're going to get a big Radiant Greninja here. You got 8 cards in hand, which is a lot, but they need to get Lost Vacuum. If they don't get Lost Vacuum, our Goodra will stay safe. So there's Irida for Rare Candy Excalibur, which is what I failed to say in the last turn successfully. And at least it should be, right? Prime Catcher bags. Okay, maybe they chased down another Goodra. That makes sense. Although, yeah, that would make the most sense. They got Rare Candy backs. Okay, not Rare Candy Greninja. That's also something I'll look out for. Because this Qianpao deck kind of has a spice, and I'm liking it. So they don't get Vacuum off that, and they get rid of another Qianpao, which honestly I like to see. And I don't know. I'm just curious who they Prime Catcher up, because they still need enough energy to retreat and KO a Goodra. And they would need how many energy for that? They need 4 to KO Goodra, and a 5th energy to retreat any Pokemon they Prime Catcher into. That's not Excalibur. So that's actually that's a lot, knowing they've only got 8 cards in hand. They could have superior energy retrieval. Maybe they just go for stall. Like a stall play. I don't know. Lucky for them, our hand is dead. So there's a chance if they try to bring up Leia Metang and stall, it could legitimately work. Because I got nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Although, Oh, no, they could. Okay, they're going to go Lumineon. That's smart. That's really smart. They're going to do 120. KO Metang and shuffle it back into the deck. So that's actually a very, very good play from our opponent. I like that a whole lot. And, right? They're not going to... Yeah, they awkward turn. Okay, okay. Makes sense. So they're going to limit our draw engine. They're going to go down to an odd prize card, which is what I prefer. I want to take the big 2 prize KO. But they're going to give me their other fridge back. So not much I could really do with that guy. Let's promote Goodra for now. And one Metang is pretty cool. I don't... You know what? We'll play the other Beldum. I got a Metang in hand. I'll put the water energy on this Goodra. Because I don't need to use Mew yet. I'll set up Mew a little later. Let's Metang. I probably should have Mewed for... Actually, thank God I didn't use Mew first. That's so fake. That was awesome. Thank God I hit Metang. I meant to use Mew first, to be 100% honest. And I'm very, very happy I now did not do that. So our hand, again, a little dead. It's not great. But I'm going to keep chugging along. And do what I can to deal with this deck. The second I can Moisture Star, I absolutely need to Moisture Star. That was a great prize card. That prize card warmed my heart. But the second I can Moisture Star, I need a Moisture Star just because this deck can probably one-shot us no matter what. So, it's going to be tricky. They also need Lost Vacuum, though. If they don't get Lost Vacuum, they're not attacking with this Chien-Pao. And they got 2 energy out of the deck. That's not bad. It thins for Pokestop if that's what they got to use for Vacuum. They might not play Vacuum, even. They had to make space for Greninja. So, you know what? There's a chance that Vacuum might have been one of the cards they cut, which means Panic Mask is going to have a field day. So they Pokestop. They get rid of another Chien-Pao. That is sweet. There's no way they play 4 Chien-Pao. They're playing Greninja EX. So that's got to be both Greninja gone. I know they got Boss. Man. Oh, actually, you know what? If you want to KO Mew, it's not my Goodra. I'll take it. That's cool. That's alright. They got 3 energy. Oh, maybe that's why. They just had 3 energy in hand. They just wanted to guarantee a 2 prize KO. That would make the most sense. And it puts us in the roughest spot, I'm not going to lie. I'll even Rod Mew back, because if they do get Greninja EX out, I'm really going to want to use Genome Hacking and copy that attack and just take it big 2 prize cards. So that was, oh my gosh. Is luck finally on our side? Actually, do I even want to Rod back just Mew? I don't even know if I want to. If I want to Rod or Research. You know what? We really only need 1 Rod. Famous last words. It's probably not even in the deck now that I think about it. Let's just attach the energy. Let's leave it in discard. If I get my other Rod, it'll be big to get Zamazenta with. That's sweet. That's actually super, super sweet. That'll put him in some awkward spots for sure. And let me see if I can get Zamazenta out. Let me check. Homeboy might not be. Yeah, he was prized. I did say that in the beginning, didn't I? Alright, I'll take Mew in hand. No need to play it. I could just hold on to it. And I could just vibe and just swing 200, actually, now that I think about it. If they try to get Lumineon down, I could boss that up. If they get another Chien-Pao down and don't take a KO on our active, I could boss that up as well. And we get our last and final Rod out of the prizes. So that's a good thing that I still kept forgetting to check after I discarded my second one. No shot I could get rid of this Rod. But that's alright. We got Boss's Order. So if they play down any Pokemon I'm a little scared of, I'm just going to boss it up. Especially Chien-Paos. If I could put Chien-Pao, yep, there's a Rod, okay. Which I knew they had. So there's 3 Chien-Paos back in the deck for sure. The question is, can they get them in play and set them up enough to KO our active Goodra before I can boss it up and put damage counters on it, and then they can't because Panic Mask. So this will be interesting. They have Nest Ball as well. Alright. They got Chien-Pao. Do they have the Retreat and full KO? They got no Draw Engine. They have the Switch. Whoa, my voice is going a little bit, and I don't know where I put my water bottle. That's upsetting. Well, I'm going to try to just power through and see if they can get a big KO. I don't know if they can. They need how many energy? A lot, because we're at 350. So they need 6. They got 5 cards in hand. They got max of 5 at the moment. And are they just swinging 120? That'd be pretty sweet. Am I going to Moisture Star that? Probably, honestly. They get rid of 2 more energy. They get another Chien-Pao though, so that hurts a bit. But 2 energy hitting the discard is kind of nice. Especially when there's 7 there already. They need superior energy retrieval and bad. What has been saving us is there's no B-Barrel. They're going Greninja, so they might not play B-Barrel. Maybe that's where they made their cuts. And they Iono. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts a bit. I liked having boss's orders in hand. I really did. But I also like getting our own Iono. And research. Their hand isn't super big. I don't need to give them new cards. I could let them keep whatever pile they got in their hand. Never mind. They got 4 cards. That needs to change. They need to go down to 3. They're not allowed. Ooh. Yeah, they got the KO. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad news bears. Because they'll have 6 energy in play now if they put every single energy on their Chien-Pao, which really does hurt us, right? Because they have to take the KO. If they don't, they'd be crazy. Because Panic Mask is gonna devastate them. Yeah, they got every single energy in play. They're down to 1 card in hand. All right, that was not what I wanted. I was trying to dodge superior energy retrieval that turn, but they're gonna go 280. They're gonna get the perfect amount of energy to take a big KO, and we are left with 1 prize. They have 1 prize card remaining, so just a boss will do it. If they get boss's orders at any point, they've got it. And I'm not one-shotting Chien-Pao. I was gonna say, if I top deck boss, honestly, I could have bossed up Excalibur. I would have liked that play a lot. I'm gonna Iono here. I'll attach the energy to these Metangs in case they try to gust one up. It'll be a little easier to retrieve both. But let me Iono, put them at 1 card. They're either going to have it or they're not. And I think no matter what, I've got to do the rest with our active Goodra. So you know what? Let me thin the deck of as many energy as possible. And boss was the next card in the deck. Of course it was. Alright, let me do it again. And try to get some energy out of the deck. Boss was the next top card on the deck. Oh my gosh, it hurts so much. It hurts. It's so painful. Alright, we need to dodge boss. That's it. That's all we need to do for probably 1 to 2 more turns. 2 more turns, we win. But they might not. Do they have any energy left? There's a 10 in discard. They got 12. Alright. You know what? It's Chien-Pao. No hands. It's Chien-Pao, though. And they get cards that don't really help them. So that's kind of nice. And somehow we're down to 1 card, but now their hand's looking pretty big. Pretty dead, but pretty big. Because what do they got? They got Buddy-Buddy Poffin, 2 energy, a rare candy, and whatever the Iono card was, boss's orders. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Of course I Iono them into boss. Why wouldn't I have? Why would I have done anything but Iono them into boss? Well, it's going to be 0-3 for the day, isn't it? Yep. Because I lost against Raging Bolt. I lost against Charizard Dragapult. And this goofy but fun Chien-Pao deck cooked me. So that's going to be it might be tied for the worst record on the channel. I'm pretty sure I've gone 0-3 before. But I haven't done it in like a good week and a half. Actually, it might have even been 2 weeks. So, yeah, it's not how I wanted the deck to perform. It sounds like I'm just preaching, that people might not necessarily believe, but I promise you can win with the deck. My 2 warm-up games I won, and I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Maybe this will pull me out of the little losing funk I had between... yesterday's video went great, actually, when I was playing Charizard and Dragon Ball, but the stream. Like, I've been in a little funk playing these, like, goofy decks since the stream. And I was hoping today would pull it out. It felt good, and it didn't. But that's okay. It happens sometimes. Sometimes you go through some small losing spells, and it's good to just work through them, overcome them. So, sadly, Goodra Metang did not do super well, but, I mean, it was fun to play. I'm going to show the 3 videos and not just dig for a win. Just because, I mean, the deck performed every time. I think we just hit 2 awful matchups, and Iono would fail me at the very, very end. So, you hate to see it. Not much I can do, but that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you've made it this far, despite me losing all these matches, for real, thank you so much. You're a homie. And with that, stay epic. Peace.